Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor, and I bought some Red Wing factory seconds on the internet. Let's get into it. So I've got my trusty cat Mistletoe here, who wants to be the star of the show. Ooh, Mistletoe. So these are, I'm gonna have to put it down. These are the 1907s, and we can see right there it says factory seconds up there on top. Yeah, Mistletoe, here, I'm just gonna move you. She wants to be the star. So the story behind this is that when I went to Red Wing a month or two ago, I guess it's sometime back in the spring, I ran into, I dealt with a salesperson downstairs in the factory second area, their outlet store, and he was telling me, now I got another cat, that there was a new manager and that they were really hoping to unload some of the boots that were in the warehouse because some of them are like a decade old. And in the meantime, so recently I've been editing the first volume of my novel to get it ready to get out to y'all, and there's a whole chapter that takes place in Red Wing there, where I have this couple that go there to the outlet store in the basement of the flagship store in Red Wing buying boots. And as a matter of fact, my son, who loves boots, read the chapter recently, and he was like, oh yeah, it's just really reminds me totally of that experience of being in the store. Okay, come on, Budapest. It's like a cat crossing here. So I decided, how can I get at those boots? And so if they have all these boots they're trying to unload, there's got to be a way to buy them online. So I Googled Red Wing Heritage Boots factory seconds or outlet, whatever. And I came up with Berkeley Supply. So I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but they have a lot of them. And I was trying to decide what pair to get to try and, see what happens. And I decided that now, since I confessed several months back that I didn't have any mock toes in my collection and hardly any wedge soles, that I should give them a try. And now, of course, I love them. So I was like, okay, I'll get a pair of those. So here is the object. This is going to be kind of an unboxing, and we'll see what it's like to buy factory seconds. So here's the boots that I got, and I believe this is the copper rough and tough leather. Yes, these are a 6-inch mock toe boot. The 1907 is the Classic Moc, and right out of the box they seem fine. Now usually on the tongue here there's a giveaway. They indicate that these are seconds somehow by punching a hole in the tongue, and we do see that here. Let's see, there's not a whole lot in the box, there's not even any brown paper. It's just your standard Red Wing box. Let's see, here's a note. Inspected by Kimberly 87046. I have personally examined every detail of this shoe to make sure it meets our high quality standards. Thank you for buying our products. So apparently, even though they're factory seconds, they're still high quality. Now so we have the synthetic lace, polypropylene. I forgot exactly what it's made of. I may change this out with leather. When I was down in Atlanta a week or two ago, I went to an Army Navy store and found they had 2 pairs of leather laces, which I was really pleased with because you don't always just run into them when you're shopping. So I thought, well, I'll buy those. So I'll probably end up changing out these laces. These almost, like, that tongue is pretty wrinkled. I mean, were these boots like tried on? I don't know. The tongue is almost looks like it's got some wear to it. Interesting. The sole's just like a little dusty. So I don't know, did somebody like try these on? There's even a little creasing across the toe. I wonder if that's why these are factory seconds. Interesting. Because I have done nothing but basically take these out of the box. Same thing here, the tongue is kind of wrinkly, but this one, yeah, it almost has signs of a little bit of wear, like maybe they were just tried on and walked around in a few times, and then the person was like, I'll go for something else. Hey, I can deal with that. I mean, if that's all we're dealing with, no problem. We'll take a look at the inside too. So anyhow, they're labeled factory seconds. I don't really see, let me see if they're, they look pretty symmetrical to me. I don't see, other than signs of wear, any evidence of any serious problems here. Let's take a look at the back. See if that looks pretty normal. Is there a height difference? No, they look pretty much the same. So it's interesting, you know. I never inspected boots. What do I know? I'll tell you one thing. They sure smell good. They smell like leather, and I am a sucker for that material. But I'm excited about these now that I'm looking at them and I'm like, there's not a whole lot wrong with them. This is a storm welt. It's a 360-degree storm welt on these babies. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, you might be able to hear outside. There's traffic. All right, we just got our road paved, so that's been an interesting odyssey. But there's been quite the downpour today. So in addition to driving by, the vehicles are making a lot of noise because it is super wet. So I'm thinking to myself, I could indoctrinate these boots by wearing them out in the rain today. You know, why not? They're the same size as the Alpines. These are a men's 9D. I'm gonna take off the laces here and see if there's anything suspicious inside the insole, but I don't know, I almost feel like these boots just got tried on a little bit too roughly, and that's why they ended up being factory seconds, because I don't see anything that is not kosher with them, which is great, right? That's what we want, because I saved a ton of money. I mean, these were probably 40% off. It was they were a steal. They were a steal. When I think of what we paid when my son bought his pair a few years back, they were definitely way cheaper than that. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, people. Look at that. There's the extra pair. There's a pair of leather laces already in these babies. Okay, now I'm really glad I got them. They come with their own leather laces. So heck, I don't even need to use the ones that I bought in Atlanta. But is there anything inside there that looks off? I don't see anything. I don't see anything. We'll check this one. Maybe there's a gift in this one too. I did not know these came with an extra pair of leather laces. Those are just lovely. I'm pretty excited now. I'm just glad that I did this. So, Berkeley Supply. Berkeley Supply. There we go. I might just put in the leather laces as soon as we're done. So we have the little label in there with the contents that shows leather, and synthetic sole. These soles are traction tread. I understand that they are made by Vibram, even though they are branded for Red Wing. So there you go. And my cat likes the box. I don't know, is there anything in there that needs to be questioned? I can't see anything. So there you have it, folks. This obviously is anything but a lengthy video, but based on this experience, I think I would buy Red Wings from Berkeley Supply again. This is the only thing that I see that to me suggests it should have been labeled a factory second. It looks like they were tried on. That's what I'm getting out of this. So if that's it, I feel really excited. I'll look forward to breaking these in. I'll probably let you know how it goes. I'm actually wearing my Alpine Classic Mocs right now, which I did buy in Red Wing in the outlet store. And I have been wearing them in the rain, and they're doing great. I like the fact that we have a nice thick sole, and they don't have the storm welt that these boots have, these 1907s, but they have a fine welt on there, and the leather seems to be holding up well to all the moisture, and seems like people are getting moisture all over the country now, so I think we should all go out and buy these Red Wing Mocs and give them a run for their money in the wet. So hope you all enjoyed this video. I think I better start breaking these babies in and getting these leather laces on. Talk soon. Bye.